Did Adam do that? Uh, there's different interpretations of the fall. Was it really a fruit, or was it that? Basically, the whole point would be that we, human beings, think we can make up the natural law, that we can make up our own rules. That's what it comes down to, that I want to follow my own rules versus what God says. And Joseph Ratzinger, in one of his theology books, makes that statement, that however we kind of slice this up is basically we choose for ourselves what's right, rather than having God do it. And basically that's what we've always done in civilization history. To the present day. It's whether or not how much we want God in our lives on a personal level and also on a societal level. Today we just don't want God anywhere in society. He has to be totally eradicated. And so we find ourselves in a very liberal position. Because the more that we ignore God, the more we destroy ourselves. Once you get God out of the picture, there simply isn't anything else left that can really, we're simply unhinged from anything. And then it becomes whoever's in charge of the government then makes up all the rules, and they can wipe out whole populations after. That's what we're headed towards. So, but another aspect of the fall could be Eve thought that if you touch the fruit, you'll die. And somehow maybe they were talking to each other and they kind of added on something that wasn't there, and they were acting out of fear. And so when we read the Hebrew text, it's pretty clear that Adam is present there when Eve is tempted by the serpent and commits the sin. So what does Adam do? It's one of, well, it's probably more than two things, but it could be one of two possible things. Either he's doesn't do what he's supposed to do, that is protect the garden, the sanctuary from invaders, because there's a serpent that's invaded somehow. And so he's failed in his mission as one who protects the garden, and he should have defended his bride against the enemy who was there attacking her, and out of cowardice and fear, didn't do that. Or another possibility is he's actually using her to test whether or not God's word is true. Meaning, he thinks if you eat the fruit, you'll die. And he actually manipulates Eve and uses her as a guinea pig. And just kind of sits by and kind of watches and see what's going to happen.
Probably.
And then when she doesn't die, he says, give me that. Come on here. That's another way to think about it. And when she doesn't die, she dies a spiritual death, not a physical one. He just thinks it's okay to eat it after, so he just eats it, and then they both die a spiritual death. So there's different ways that one can kind of look at how one interprets that. St. Augustine simply says that because we're material creatures, there's always an intrinsic part of us that is kind of bent towards decaying. That since we're not pure spiritual beings, if we were pure spiritual beings, we'd simply be, we simply wouldn't decay, and we wouldn't change. But because we're material beings, we're partly material beings, there's an element of us that is changing, and it's open to sort of decay and stuff like that. It has a tendency to fall, what he would call, into nothingness. And this tendency to fall into nothingness is the opening that could lead us into sin, even though we're created without sin. So so it's kind of like being under God against sinning, and again, Adam and Eve just didn't